Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you everyone for coming out. Now this is obviously a hugely exciting time for everybody involved at Western United as we prepare for our first ever game in the finals series. Now I'm sure there's going to be a few questions out there, so yeah. Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist. Now mate, how important do you think it is to be hosting the game? Yeah, look mate, I'll be honest, it's a nice surprise. A few weeks ago I would have bitten your hand off just to be in the finals. So to find ourselves finishing 4th in the league and now hosting a final, that's a really nice surprise for all of us, yeah. Yeah, mate, how do you rate your chances versus Perth Glory? Yeah, look, mate, we haven't beaten them yet this season, so obviously that's going to need to change. But we did come back from 2-0 in a game recently to get the draw, so there is definitely some belief in the squad that we can do a little bit better this time and go on and clinch the victory. Yeah, mate, finally from me, any thoughts on Wellington Phoenix being crowned the A-League regular season champions? Yeah, look, I think it's outrageous, to be honest. I think as Australians we should be embarrassed that there is a New Zealand team that are currently Australian champions. That's just outrageous. And from Wellington's point of view as well, know your place, boys, know your place. We invite you in out of sympathy. You have no business being in the final series, never mind lifting the minor premiership. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to go and prepare for this game against Perth Glory. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 7 of Western United, and today we host Perth Glory in the elimination final. I'm really excited for this. You can see we're actually favourites for the game as well, which is exciting. Now, before we get to this, I have no idea where this episode's going to go, because we could have the end of season awards today. We could have the second round of the playoffs, and I don't really understand how the playoffs work, to be honest. It doesn't look like it's going to work how I think it works. But before we get to any of that, let's catch you up on our final game of the regular season, our game away to the Newcastle Jets. We took the lead just before half-time thanks to Vergisha's stunning volley at the back post. And we secured the points midway through the second half when Maega beat the offside trap and smashed in our second. So there you go, a good, solid away win, and we made changes as well. We gave our young goalkeeper Sulman a debut, and he did quite well. We didn't have too much to do, only the 2 shots on target, but looked good. You can see we went with the 2 men up front again. The young Stemmen, this guy looked good as well, with a nice assist there for the Maega goal. And what about the goal from Ivan Vucic? That was a little bit special, wasn't it? And maybe there's a future for him at the club after all, young Australian fullback. We just might be able to squeeze him in. So there we go. That was the end of the Newcastle Jets, and that was how the table ended up. We did squeeze into 4th spot, which is really, we're only 6 points off top. Which for a first season, considering I'm really not too happy with the squad that we have, I think that's pretty friggin' good, if I'm honest. I almost swore there too. Adelaide United, you can see, ended up missing out. They dropped out altogether. Melbourne City got their spot. But yeah, that's how the regular season ended up. Berisha was our top goal scorer. Jurtek was best average rating, and Kone with the most assists. So a lot of those assists, I think, were from free kicks. So this is what we're expecting. Now, we've played Perth Glory before. As I said in the press conference, we haven't actually beaten them before. I think I said that in the press conference. Let me check my script. I think anyway, we have... Did I cut that out or did I leave that in? I can't remember now. But anyway, we lost to them, if you remember, really early on in the season. I think it was the first episode. We lost 3-0, and there was a couple of questionable match engine moments in that one. Then, of course, just a few episodes ago, we drew 2-2 with them. We came back from 2-0 to get the draw. And that was, again, when we changed the 2 strikers up top. So, lessons have been learned. Now, unfortunately for us, we've just taken the week off, apparently, as a data analysis and scouting team. So that's frustrating, but... what can we do? So we've learnt lessons, and this is the team we're going with. It's worked against Newcastle. It worked, in a little bit. We played it against Perth Glory last time, so we're going to go with it again. So it's Kurto in goal for this one. It's Ali Abbas. It's Hamill. It's Jonathan and Risden as a back 4. It's Chapman, Kone, and Pasquale in midfield. It's Diamanti in behind Berisha and Maega. Let's hope we can get the result here. Let's keep our season going. Jurtek's on the bench. He's back from his injury. But he's not really fully fit, and I've gone with Pasquale. We can always make a change if we have to during the game. So here we go. They are playing as expected. Now, of course, Bruno Fornaroli up top is a very good player for them. We know that, so we'll have to be a little bit careful of him. Castro, I think, caused us problems, didn't he, last time we played them as well. The assistant says we should pick up where we left off. We were good last time. I'm going to say, come on, lads, keep this run going. It's kind of saying the same thing. Just some calm. We have faith. It's a big game for the club. We're at home. Oh, imagine if we can get a result. Now, of course, if we were to lose today, this would be the last games for Berisha and Jurtek as well. because obviously they're leaving at the end of the season. So, I mean, it's going to happen at some point, but, I don't want to go out the first hurdle. That just looks like you just scraped in and sort of didn't put any fight up once you got there. Now, I'm really not sure how this final series is going to work. My understanding of it, Maega's... Oh, it's a red card, ref. Is it a red card? No. It looked like he kicked out a little bit there. What's happened there? Oh, we are stopping play. Now, is it... There was two very lungy tackles there. It's a free kick outside the box, but it was a free kick given. Now, was it a red card? It did look very lungy and kicky. Here we go with Diamanti over a free kick. Can we get some of the big boys at the end of it? It's a decent ball to the back post. Jonathan's going to try and retrieve it. And does his best there. Maybe just look to keep possession here, mate. That's all right. We'll take that and run. My understanding was that the winner of this would play the winner of the other elimination semi. And then the first two teams would play off. There's a good ball again by Diamanti. It's there for Pasquale. He can't quite turn. He goes back for Diamanti. And, that's hacked clear. Is this going to end badly for us? We've got someone, let me see who it was, Risdon with the header. But Perth still have possession here. And, it's cleared into Berisha, I think that is. We're putting decent pressure on them, but they haven't won it back yet. We've won it now. It's Kone that's won it back. It's a good ball for Maega. Can he square it? What's he going to do, Maega? He does. It's Connor Chapman. It's over the bar. What a time to score his first goal for the club that would have been. So ultimately, if we do win this game, I don't know who we play next, basically. It's my long-winded way of saying that. We'll just discover it as we go. Let's win this game first, though. Yeah, it's not been a classic, has it? Here we go with Diamanti. Can we get a little bit of magic from Alessandro Diamanti? That's a stunning free kick from our wonder talisman, Alessandro Diamanti. He just keeps producing wonder goals time and time again, and this is up there with anything this year. Look at that. Oh, that will be a late contender for goal of the season, I dare say. A stunning free kick from Diamanti. He's given us the lead in what's otherwise been a very, very tight game. Hamill, look down here. There we go. He does find Ali Abbas. He finds Pasquale. We just got to be sensible here, boys. Just be sensible. Here we go with Risdon with space to run into. Risdon, I thought he was going to lose it there. He keeps the ball though with Kone for Diamanti. Back for Kone. He finds Risdon. Can he get across into the box? We know Maega is decent in the air if we can pick him out. We're maybe just being a little bit too slow here. We're giving them a lot of chance to get back behind the ball. There's a decent low-driven cross in. Risdon's high up the pitch. Are we going to get caught out here? Get back, boys. Get back. They've gone early. Oh, no. It's Fornaroli. Don't do it! Oh, it's 1-1. It's right before the break. And I wonder, having seen that, is our patient football actually hurting us there? Should we just have looked to whip that in? We've got caught out a little bit. I mean, we need to get Risdon up the pitch because he's our only sort of player in that area. He couldn't get back quick enough. And Fornaroli, he's a good player. I'll show you Fornaroli so you can see. He's a good player. It's a half we've essentially dominated and we find ourselves in at 1-1. All right, boys. We've been the better team here. What do we want to say? Keep going. I don't even know what to say to this. What do we say to this? Do we maybe give it an assertive? Keep going. You've been the better team here. We'll go with that. I don't like saying that because I feel like it can lead to complacency, but we've already said it now, so it's done. It's just going to be our last team talk of the season. That's not how I should be thinking. Is it Berisha's on a caution as well? That makes me a little bit nervous. We know he can be a little bit of a bastard sometimes. Everybody else there, no one's playing particularly badly. Well, a little bit more from you, please, Mr. Hamill. And then midfield, come on. You're capable, boys. You're capable. That all looks good. I don't think we need to change too much about the way we're playing. I really don't. We've got to get the fullbacks forward. It's just, we just can't give the ball away. That's the simple fact, isn't it? Ali Abbas throws it in for Connor Chapman. Here we go with Hamill. Hamill, it's a good cross-field ball. Yes, it is, to find Risdon in space. Risdon goes back the other way to find Ali Abbas in space. There's a good ball and it's headed away. Kone's there. Good ball for Diamanti. Diamanti rolls it off for Risdon! Oh, Risdon, it's still there, is it? No! Inside of the post. So unlucky for Josh Risdon. Come on, boys. Come on, let's get back in front here. Let's give them something to panic about. Hamill, we're looking good, aren't we? We're using the width of the pitch well. Abbas is making a little bit nervous there. He finds Pasquale, though. We do, of course, have Jurtek in reserve. We could look to bring him on. It would be for Pasquale, I imagine. Ali Abbas back for Pasquale. Dinks in across. It's Berisha. Berisha, is he onside? I think he is. Yes, he is. And it's 2-1. Pasquale, you can stay on the field, mate. That's 2-1. Berisha with his 10th. And we go back in front. Not the best crowd, is it? I would have hoped for a little bit more, considering we're in the finals now. But that's okay. We'll build a fan base as we go. Look at this. Good cross from Pasquale. Berisha timed his run perfectly. We will miss him, I think, when he's gone. I'm hoping between Maega and, of course, Vidicic, who we've signed for next season, that we'll replace his goals. He's well onside, isn't he? Never a question there, really. That we will replace his goals. Maega's he's not been without goals himself, so I think he has 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7 has probably been ambitious. I think he has 5 or 6, so he's not having a great game today, though. All right, what do we do? Panic. Everybody, just demand more. Do we look to start and close this thing down a little bit? I think it might be time. All right, so let's lower this tempo. Let's waste time. Be more disciplined. Play for set pieces. Slow down the pace. Let's also just sit these fullbacks back to support now. Ali Abbas on a booking makes me a little bit nervous, to be honest. Come on, boys. Come on, we're so close. Time-wasting sub. Let's bring Burgess on for Maega, who's not had a good day. There we go. Let's go defensive. We've done it, boys. We've done it. We have done it. We've deserved it as well. We should have scored more. 14 shots, only 2 on target. We know what we're doing in training this week. Maybe a bit of chance conversion. But we live to fight another day. I don't know who we're playing next. We've got to wait. No, well done, boys. Just well done today. It was a game we had to win. We did win. I don't know if it was a vintage display, but it was certainly good. The new formation, it's looking a lot better now, isn't it? Than it did earlier on this season when I initially wanted to play with that with this way. That Diamante free kick. Just stand up and take a bow, mate. That was absolutely stunning. Guys, wait right there. We have another game today. I don't know who it's going to be against. I imagine it'll be against either the Brisbane Roar, who we've beaten and been smashed by this season, or Melbourne City. I think that's who it'll be against. We'll find out, guys. Wait right there. We'll be back. Okay, guys, welcome back. We are playing the West Sydney Wanderers away from home. It is actually a semi-final. The way that it works, basically, if you take the top 2 in the table as top seeds, the next 4 as second seeds, basically, we are the highest winner of the second seed, so we play the lowest of the first seeds in the semi-final away from home. So Wellington Phoenix won the league, which is a disgrace that they've won the Australian League. So they played Melbourne City, who are the lowest seeds of lowest second seeds. So therefore, we play the. You get it, I hope. We can see the form. They're not in the best of form. They have been playing in Asia, which accounts for that a little bit. But you can see they've lost to Wellington and the Central Coast Mariners their last 2 games domestically. We are, on the other hand, in good form. So long may that continue. No defeats in our last 5. If that continues here, we'll find ourselves in the grand final. We're up against, we know kind of what to expect here, don't we? Marcus Bell will coach team, attacking, standard playing style. We've played them 3 times this year. I think it was 0-0, 1-1, and they've beaten us 1-0. So it's always been tight games. We're actually expecting them to play sort of a 5-3-2 more than the 4-4-2. But I don't think that would affect the way we want to play too much. This is how we're going out. It's the same team that played the semi-final. Joe Tech is still on the bench, only just though. Pasquale, I think, just did enough, didn't he, last game to warrant the start here. So Kurto in goal, Eli Abbas, Hamill, Jonathan and Risden as a back 4. Chapman, Kone and Pasquale in midfield. Diamante, praise be to Diamante in the number 10 role. Berisha and Maega, we need our big players. We need these front 3 to step up here, score some goals for us. We've struggled for goals against Wanderers. That needs to end. So there we go. They are playing as expected, so that's a positive. Now, should the worst happen here, I'll get to that in just a second. What does he say? Expect to pick up where they left off. All right, we were good, weren't we, against the Glory? Pick up from that, boys. You've played well. It's the same team. Let's just pretend we never stopped. All right, and here we go. I'm both excited and terrified ahead of this one. Now, what I was going to say, if the worst was to happen here and we lose this, we will have our end of season awards at the end of this episode. So if it does go a little bit long, I apologize in advance for that. But let's hope we put in a good performance here and get the job done. I'm a little bit worried because we've seen before that when we come up against sort of the better teams in the league, we tend to struggle and not score goals, not really lay a glove on them. So I'm really hoping that this change in formation here will sort of be the end of that. West Sydney have a throw deep in their half. Can we nick that? Can we nick it? No, not quite. We did make them go back. They've lumped one forward, which I guess we can claim as a minor victory. Don't give away a penalty. Get in front of that. Oh, what's happened there? It's a goal kick. Are we going to get a VAR check? No, just horrible. Terrified of a VAR check there. Come on, boys. Show some passion. Jonathan's looking nervous, which isn't great, but he is playing okay, so that's fine. Another highlight starts with West Sydney. Come on, boys. Come on. Can we nick that? We can nick that. Diamante's there. Diamante! Oh! He's probably the one man that I would want to have that chance. He's got really... He's our most experienced, technically gifted player, but he couldn't quite find a way. There you go! And that one's into the keeper's hands as well. Oh, a little spasm of attack there for us. Can we keep this going, though, boys? Come on. It's Diamanti now with a free kick. He goes to the back post. It's headed away. And, oh, there's no one there. We're not going to get caught in the break, are we? It's Tariq Elric. He's quick. It's a... Oh, what a tackle from Ali Abbas that is. It doesn't stop the attack, though. Oh, we're still in trouble here. Elric has it again. Ball back post. It's a good goal. They've hit us on the break. That's so frustrating. We were just starting to look like we could have a goal in us this game. Oh, and we've been hit on the break. We did okay, didn't we? That first tackle from Abbas was really, really good. We've done okay here. Just a late run into the box. We haven't really picked him up. Jonathan's been beaten in the air. And we find ourselves 1-0 down. And that's a real shame. Hamill's having a bit of a nightmare, as is Ali Abbas. We haven't done badly. But we haven't been great. All right, let's see if we can wake them up here. We're a goal down. The individual match ratings, they're not great here, are they? So let's try and fire everybody up. Get back out there. There's no booking, so if we do need to get more aggressive, that will still be an option for us. Looking to close down the keeper. What we don't want to do is go a second goal down here. That would pretty much write us off, wouldn't it? Maega's there. Can he? No, he can't. Let's keep the pressure on. Maega's left his man. They've gone over our heads again. It's squared. It's Yaboa again. Oh, it's a horrible start to the second half. And let's give them some encouragement. It's a long way back now, isn't it? It's a long, long way back now. All right, we need to make changes here, don't we? Is it that this formation isn't working, perhaps? Let's try wingers. Let's go back and try wingers. So we'll stick Maega out there. Berisha up top. Diamanti can go wide. Advanced playmaker out there. Winger already on attack. You probably need to go on attack now. Yeah. Alright, so I need to change marking assignments. Actually, no, let's leave that because you should still be marking. Yeah. Right? You're still marking? Yes, that's right. And then we can just leave Diamanti up top. I don't hate that. Alright. Here we go. Oh, I'll be so frustrated if we've played one way all season and been losing against them. We revert to that in a different way, and then we go back to the way it's been. Joe Riston! Oh! Off the crossbar. Berisha picks it up. It's hacked clear into touch. It's going to be a Western United line out, but... Oh, come on, boys. Should we have just started the way that we've played all year with the wingers? Maega has not covered himself in glory in the playoffs, has he? Let's be honest. He had a poor game last time. He's been very quiet so far today as well. We spread that nicely. Risden's there. Diamanti. Back in for Kone. There it is for Ali Abbas. Can he get a quality ball in? It's back post. It's headed away. Kone's there. Pasquale, turn. Shoot, mate. There it is. Pasquale. Post. We've had our chances. We've had our chances and we're not putting them away. Come on, boys. Show some passion. All right. Pasquale's not having a good day. Jurtek comes on for him. Do we play Jurtek as a deep-lying playmaker? No, he's okay getting forward. Who else is not playing well? Hamill's not having a great game. Ali Abbas is not having a great game. Both the strikers are having bad days as well. Do we... No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. I don't... It's a lack of options, isn't it? We have Burgess as a striker, and he's not a striker. What we might need to look to do, the next move might be taking Colin Chapman off. Connor Chapman, sorry, not Colin. That's Formula 1, isn't it? Come on, boys, can we win that? And go with a number 10. Oh, it's saved onto the post. Ali Abbas hacks it clear, and it's not looking good. We need to do something here, don't we? So Chapman off. We are going to want Diamanti in number 10. Jurtek can go out wide, so Burgess will have to come in. Okay, so you come in here. You go there. Jurtek, you go out here. As a winger, that's fine. Now, what we do want now is we're going to want you to go and mark... you're on the right, so I want you to mark the left-sided defender. They've changed their formation. They've gone back to 4-4-2, and you can just mark nobody. one thing I have noticed in this version of FM is that I think they have gone 4-4-2, haven't they? Yeah. The opposition manager, they do tend to change their formations a lot more to counteract what you're doing. And I think that is really cool. It's annoying because you don't always notice that they've changed. But I guess, maybe be more attentive. Mayega's there. He gets a flick on. It's Berisha. We need this, mate. Berisha, he sticks it away. Is it offside? No. Come on, we need this, referee. Oh, go away. How offside was it? He's quite offside, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, we really needed that, didn't we? We really, really needed that. Oh, come on. Very attacking, boys. If we can get one, you just never know. Come on. Push forward, boys. Push forward. It's been an even game in the end. We've started in the wrong formation. We haven't played well, though. And unless we score here, it's done, isn't it? It's done. I mean... There's no shame in a semi-final, I guess. We finished 4th in the league, which is fantastic. We got top 4. We got into the final 4 of the playoffs. Ali Abbas, can he get a ball in? He can. It's Berisha. It's headed away. Burgess down for Kone. This means it was, of course, the last time we see Jurtek and Berisha in a Western United shirt. Abbas into the defender. And is it 3-0 would be just so, so harsh. Don't do that. Come on, boys. This is rude. That's over the bar. That's fine. I should say too, we did get offered a new contract at the club, so we're here for another 2 years, which is nice. I mean, they should be doing that because we've worked miracles, in my opinion, to get this far. Yeah, it's just a shame, isn't it? Oh, don't fall to pieces now, boys. Come on, don't do it. Don't do it. There it is. Well, 3-0's harsh. It's very, very harsh, as a matter of fact, but. Unfortunately, I think we've saved one of our worst performances for the very end here, and that's a shame. Yeah, no one's played well today, have they? Berisha's had an off day. You wonder if that offside goal had gone in. I mean, technically it's an even game, but it's not, is it? We just didn't show up when we needed to. I'm gonna have to be aggressive. It's not good enough. So there we go. Jurtek bids farewell to Western United. We go out in a ball of flames, really, wasn't it? It really wasn't how we wanted to end the season. Anyway, guys, wait right there. It is now time for the end of season awards. Who will win Player of the Year? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Western United end of season awards. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Well. What do we say about that season? It was a really good effort, wasn't it? Let's look at the positives. We finished 4th in the league. We've made the semi-final. And yes, we are all disappointed with how that worked out for us in the end. But it's been a really good season overall. And I think the best way to begin this evening is by giving the players a very well-deserved hearty round of applause. Well done, boys. I'm very proud of you all. But obviously tonight is all about the awards, so let's get them underway. And the first award is, of course, the Golden Pen, which is awarded to this year's signing of the season. We had a couple of boys come in. They all improved the squad. But this year's signing of the season goes to Modibo Meaga. The next award is one of the highly coveted ones. It is the Golden Card, which goes to the player with the worst discipline. And there was a standout candidate for this award this year. He was the only player suspended for yellow card accumulation. With 7 yellows, the Golden Card goes to Ali Abbas. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player with the best pass completion. And this year the award goes to somebody who came in a little bit later this year, suffered a serious injury, but came in with a 91% pass completion. The winner is Connor Chapman. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded of course to the man who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists. And this year the award goes to somebody whose first name I can't pronounce, but the second name with 7 assists, it is Kone. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded of course to the man that we can rely on, the man with the highest match average rating. And this year, it's his only year. He bids farewell to us at the end of the season, and his match average rating was 7.26. The winner is Dario Jurtek. The next award is the Golden Soother, awarded of course to the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And this year the award goes to a very deserving player, I think, someone who I think has a big future at the club and in the game in general. It's Sebastian Pasquale. With the evening rapidly drawing to an end, it's time to award one of the big ones. It is the Golden Boot, awarded to this season's top goal scorer. Now we did, let's face it, we struggled for goals at times this year, didn't we? But there was one man who always seemed to pop up when we needed him most. With 10 goals, the Golden Boot goes to Bersat Berisha. Now, before we get to the big one and announce this year's player of the season, I think it's only right we take a moment to acknowledge this year's team of the year. Now, if you do just direct your eyes up to the board there, you will see that the goalkeeper is Kurto. The back four is Abbas. It's Jonathan. It's Gollum. And it's Risden. Jurtek plays the defensive midfield role. It is Kone and Pasquale in midfield. The wingers are Diamanti and Yule, and the striker is of course the Golden Boot winner himself, Bersat Berisha. Well done, boys, you've all had a stunning season, well done. And of course that leaves us with just the final award, the Golden Star for this year's Player of the Season as voted by you the fans. And there are a number of players this year. I thought we had everybody played well, didn't they? I don't think there was necessarily a standout player. And the voting reflects that. It was very, very close, very, very tight. But with 34% of the vote, the first ever Western United Player of the Season is Dario Jurtek. So there we go. That is all the awards handed out for the evening. Congratulations to Dario and the rest of the winners. It's been a really enjoyable evening. Thank you for you in the auditorium. Thank you for you watching at home. And I look forward to seeing everybody back next year. It's going to be a big summer as we look to strengthen. I think we can do even better next year. And I really, really look forward to seeing you all at the start of next season. Thank you, everybody, and enjoy your evening. Thank you. So there we have it, the end of season awards done for another year. And well, I think Dario Jurtek is not undeserving of Player of the Year, but I personally would have given it to Diamanti. Kone came in third. You can see there the voting was very, very close between the three of them. But let me know what you think in the comments. Jurtek is worthy winner. I mean, he played two different roles, as you can see there. I have a big problem with Team of the Year with that right wing slot, but I don't know who else you put there. So there we go. Goal of the season. Now, we do pick our own goal of the season. We'll come back to this in a second. But Jurtek did win the goal of the season as per the game. Signing of the year, Mobida. It's probably fair enough, to be honest. We didn't sign too many players. I maybe would have said Ali Abbas. I thought he really did well for us at left back, but he did come in Mega and get a few goals. Pasquale was the young player of the year. That is very definitely fair enough from my point of view. Top goal scorer was Berisha, highest average rating. There we go. The game decided not to give one this year. I don't think we were that bad. That's a little bit rude, I have to say, to the game. Kone with most assists. Connor Chapman, the best pass completion rate there with 91%. Diamanti, most man of the match awards. Not an award we give out on the night, but he gets that one. And Ali Abbas gets the golden card for his effort of 7 yellows this year. A decent effort, I've got to say, over a 26-game season. Club vision and expectations. Now, we'll be in the Champions League next year, apparently. I don't know why, but it was expected to reach the group stage. So this is exciting. We have something to look forward to for next season. Now, Champions League will not start until the end of next season because it's the start of the calendar year, and the Australian season runs with the European season, not the calendar like the rest of Asia tends to. So, exciting times though. I didn't realize that I don't know. I thought first, second in the league, maybe the league and the grand final winners made it. I didn't realize that fourth in the league and a semi-final would be enough to get us there. Maybe as the third ranked team in the finals. I don't know, but apparently we're going to be there. So that's something to look forward to for next year. Squad dynamics update. Everything's looking good, despite the sort of disappointment there. I think Durante will be leaving next year. We already know Berisha's leaving. Gollum, I think, will actually stay because he is a second nationality of Australian, which I didn't realise. So we makes him a little bit more of a desirable player. Diamanti is the team leader. He's already got a contract for next year as well. End of season, but don't worry about that. I'll figure out pre-season. 15 weeks. We'll just go with that because I think there's A-League game, FFA Cup game. So we'll just go with that and yeah, see how that goes. And there's the post-match summary of a game we don't really want to relive ever again. But there we go, guys. That is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And now it's just time for our goal of the season. Now, what this happens, if you haven't watched one of my series before, is there will be the Jotech goal and 3 others that I deem worthy of winning goal of the season. There'll be a little eye at the top of the corner of the screen up there when we get to the end of the compilation. Click on that, vote for your favourite. And before that, we'll have a few honourable mentions, goals that I think are worthy of a second look, if not for being goal of the season. So until next time, guys, we'll be back for a summer transfer special. The episode may be a little bit out late. Doing an episode every day, I haven't really been able to get ahead, so it might be a little bit later than 5 p.m. UK time. But there will be an episode tomorrow, and it will be the summer transfer special as we look to build a team ready to challenge in Asia. We're in the Champions League, boys. Until then, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Here are our top 4 goals from the 1920 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.